Rahul and McSweeney miss out as bowlers dominate at the MCG. Australia a 54 for 2 trail India a 162, Jarrell 80, Nesser 4 to 27, Webster 3 to 19, by 108 runs. Jarrell proved he could be picked as a middle-order batter in Australia with an outstanding 80, while KL Rahul and McSweeney's hopes of playing in the first test as openers for their respective countries were dented on a day of rich storylines at the MCG where the seam bowlers dominated. Australia's test backup seamer Michael Nesser was a key part of the drama, ripping through India's top order, taking 4 for 27, including 2 in the first over of the day, to help bowl them out for just 161. But he limped off with a hamstring injury and has been ruled out of bowling again in the match. Rahul wasn't one of Nesser's victims, but he fell for just 4 in the second over of the day to Scott Boland. Fellow Test hopeful Abhimanyu Easwaran was Nesser's first scalp in the opening over of the day for a duck. But Jarrell, who like Rahul had been flown in at short notice to play for India A, showed he has the game and the temperament to handle high-quality seam bowling in Australian conditions, making a classy 80 after walking out to bat at 11 for 4 in the third over. Later in the afternoon, all eyes were on McSweeney in Australia A's reply as he opened for the first time in his first-class career with a test spot on the line. And while he started brightly with a crisp pull shot off Khalil Ahmed, he was caught at second slip for just 14. Squared up on the back foot, pushing at a good delivery from Mukesh Kumar that a more experienced opener might have left. Marcus Harris, meanwhile, proved why the Australia selectors believe he is the most reliable opening option of those in the mix, surviving a tricky 17.1 overs under lights to finish unbeaten on 26 before rain ended the day early with Australia a 53 for 2. It was carnage for India's top order on the opening morning. After being sent in on a green, bouncy pitch, they slumped to 65 for 5 at lunch, with Nesser claiming 4 for 16 from 8 overs, including a double-wicket maiden in the opening over of the day. As expected, Rahul opened the batting but watched from the non-strikers as Nesser had Abhimanyu caught in the gully. He was squared up trying to defend off the back foot to a rising delivery that was not express pace, but it seemed, and bounced to catch the shoulder of the bat. Next ball, Sai Sudarshan, fresh off a century in Mackay, was caught at second slip in a similar manner. He was squared up on the crease and unsure whether to play or leave a ball that rose across him. Again, it wasn't express pace but rather bounce and seam movement that caused him to run it off the face of the bat to slip. Rahul then took strike to another of Australia's reserve test quicks in Boland. He got off the mark with a lovely on-drive first ball, but 3 balls later Boland pull